POG here in the KeSPA Cup for 2025. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift here for match 24. Only a couple more to go here today before we get into that last chance qualifier. 3 best of 3s tomorrow. Another potentially 9 games for you on the horizon before we do take that 1-day break. Get things done mid-game. But
it's just that we've had so many of our games, even with the scaling comp for the stronger team, just go so haywire early. Speaking of haywire,
yeah, you got a Crescent Guard to come on through here as Doiv is in a whole lot of trouble. He has to flash to get himself out of the way, Giu. Now with that ultimate running, but Doiv decides he wants to come back in. Willer is now the one in trouble, and he will be going down as Enosh with that killer instinct is able to take out the monkey. He still wants more as
kind of outplay each other in the late game. So even though there's Yunara, Cassiopeia, there's incredibly strong late, they're also not really augmented by a strong front line that Willer is pushed away or is forced to ult defensively or something, and then they have to go back to the fight. Like, they're not going to live for very long.
Yeah, Flip also might not live for very long, as we're going to see him take a whole host of damage. That's a decent petrifying gaze onto Doiv, and now they're going to turn their attention to him. Down he will go, and that's Yukal grabbing that kill. Giu and Enosh fighting here as the barrier doing decent work there for Giu, and he decides, nope.
Hasn't spawned, is going to head over. It's just up now, and DRX have full control. And it looks like DNF, I mean, they're rotating Doiv over right now, but it's just very late. They can't get this mid turret either.
Well, there's a flash in from Rich. I'm not sure about that one. He does find the second harpoon, but now Doiv is going to get on top of him. The redemption comes on through, and Rich is able to get himself out. The equalizer is awkward at best, and the flash forward. There's a headbutt pull onto Doiv this time around. He gets on top of Giu, who flashes out of the way, but it's not going to be enough to save him. There's feats of warfare and feats of strength.
Who's in this tournament been effectively a Kai'Sa one-trick and incredibly good at it, is a big problem.
Yeah, and already was a big problem. Already had a 1,000 gold lead just naturally in this game, as Rich now having a better time just 1v1ing against Lancer. Silences himself and looks real good at the end of that. Enosh is going to move up though, the killer instinct, and Rich wanted a 1v1 for DRX. Headbutt Pulverize does come on in here as Giu trying to get some damages, and he does have an unbreakable will. I just don't know whether it's going to be enough. The 3-man Cyclone is good. Pop Blossom just to try and disengage from the scenario. Doiv still fighting, and he's got so much health. But it's the cow that goes down first, and now Sion is screaming. Out goes Giu again via the Death Chamber, and man, Giu is... He had a decent first day, but he's not looking so hot here today, as Rich also once again suffering, and Doiv really...
Tragic way to drop out of this tournament with a 2-1 start here for DRX.
Well, they are just going to go for a Hail Mary Otacon. Let's see whether this one's going to work out, as this is a dangerous maneuver. Headbutt Pulverize is going to connect, but the Crescent Guard is going to be there. The Pop Blossom, oh, it's going to be interrupted. That's pretty good as they take down the Nico, but it's in trade for 2 already, and look at these blue health bars. They are evaporating at the hands of DNF, and this time Giu is going to be the only one to survive instead of being the first one to die. And DNF with 4 members still left, they're going to take down the Otacon and then slowly but surely destroy Giu here. And I think this is that was the last hurrah, the last chance, as Enosh, yeah, I'd be a little bit confused as well, as he
80 carry.
Proven elite. But so's Enosh. I haven't seen Docdom today go.
Here's what you do. You play Enosh in game 1. He plays Kai'Sa. It's Fearless Band. You put Doctors.
Oh, perfect. There's Quantum dash cannon to get himself out of the way. A flash out from Andal, but that is going to leave the Rumble out to dry once again. 0 and 4 for Rich.
But it's usually been decided by laning phase, not just by scrappy team fights, man. Enosh has just done it the whole game.
Oh, there's a Pop Blossom. At least Rich managed to get the equalizer down. And so DRX needs to be so careful with how they play this one out. As Doiv taking a lot of damage from these Twin Fangs. Enosh, they put their eyes on him. The 4-man Pop Blossom is so good. Enosh able to get himself out of the back of this fight as well. This time Giu is kind of alive as he gets on top of Enosh, finds the shutdown, and now Giu trying to do it. He manages to get 2 in the end, but it's only the cow left alive. Flip, Doiv, and Quantum and Lancer are all up. We'll see. DRX are going to try and get in there. There's the flash forward from Yukal. The Twin Fangs onto Enosh. He goes down to his GA. Doiv secures the soul, but Enosh now is going to respawn. The killer instinct gets him to safety, but now he's not in a great position. Doiv is the one that's going to go down. The Cyclone comes on in, but it is Giu falling in this battle, unfortunately, and now Rich is going to follow suit most likely. Pop Blossom finds a couple. Enosh looking to come back into this fight as well, as he does get on top of Rich. Finds that one. one. It's now UCal or nothing as Flip gets a big old shield. Down goes the Snake, and it is a quadra in the end for Enosh.
2 minutes left on this Baron buff. It's just so aggressive, the push in the top lane. The mid wave is just going to play for itself as Richardson goes for a flank.
Big flanking teleport. Let's see whether DRX can actually find an angle here as the Pop Blossom to turn onto the 4 remaining members. Headbutt back as UCal is going to be their first target. It is the Nico falling down, but it's a triple immediately for Enosh. They're unable to kill the Kaiser, and therefore they are all going to die. That's going to be a pentakill here for the guy that's already picked up a POG on this champion. And I think Dr. Arm's going to be sweating a little bit for his position in the LCK.
I think so, and I think a lot of eyes are going to be on this guy moving forward for the rest of his career, as this Kaisa pick was given to him each and every time, and each and every time he delivered an upset win here for DNF, but it is a very decisive one-sided win to put them both on 2-2, but because DNF win the game, they move up to second place.
Yeah,
a
they're going to be
huge
playing.
win. Questionable calls in terms of fights from Andil, and they just played right into DNF's hands. And man, Enosh